Hi everyone, how are you? It's been too long, right? I'm not going to start doing collections and demos and everything straight away. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to join because I know some of you have been watching everyone create and craft, and some of you it just takes a little while just to go onto the link and find us. So, hi, how are you? Loads of messages already. We've had a great break. It's great to be back, and I've got so many exciting things to tell you and show you, not just the release today, but just some real exciting stuff. So let's see who we've got. Hi Anne, hi Roxy, hi Tracy, hi Joe, hi Natasha, hi Gemma. Oh, Horse has come in to say hi too. Hi Danny, hi Steph, hi Karen. Ah, lovely. So, as I say, we'll give everybody a few minutes to join. You know who loves the limelight, right? Ah, thank you. Lovely to have you back, says Tracy. Thank you so much. I've missed in lives. Oh my God. I don't... Do you think Horse has missed doing the lives? How am I going to do my demo? Horse, come on, get down now. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Joe, driver, the other Joe. So, hi, Kylie. We've got some design team members in today, and wait until you see what they've done. Absolutely amazing. It's honestly, every collection we do now, I just get more and more stuff from them, and they just literally blow my mind. Hi, Liz. Hi, Jane. Hi, Leanne. So if there is any questions that I miss, a lot of the design team are here on these lives, and I do have a look back through the comments after as well. So hopefully there are any questions. So, yes, Karen, we are doing Motorcycle Museum. So yeah, let me go through the few news bits. So coming up on today's show, obviously I'm going to show you the new cake and Pressies, but I've got tons of bits of news as well about Motorcycle Museum, about offers, about things coming towards Christmas, and other bits and pieces that I want to talk to you about. So I will try not to ramble on about those things too much because I know you all love the demos and I've got loads planned. Hi Vicky, how are you? Hi Sam. Oh, it's so nice to see you all back joining us. Amazing. So one of the first things before I show you the release and do the other news bits is that you probably noticed, obviously we were away and didn't get back till early hours of Tuesday morning last week, because normally I do the releases on first Monday, which would have been the 1st of November. And then obviously being away, it would have been today. So there's a reason that it's not today, and that's that the stock hasn't arrived yet because I couldn't have it delivered while we were on holiday, because there would be nobody here to sign for it and everything. I had to delay the shipment coming, and it still hasn't arrived yet. So there's been another little delay in that. It's literally coming any day. So I thought, rather than make you wait a whole nother week, I'll do the show, I'll do the demos, I'll explain all the bundles and everything else that goes with it, and then literally as soon as the stock arrives and I've checked it all and everything, because one of the things that's really important to me is that I don't sell you things that I don't have, so you're not waiting and then you know, and then there's a problem with it or something, because you never know. Either, you know, sometimes things don't arrive, or I then check it and there's a mistake in the manufacturing or something like that. So one of the things is that I plan to never take your money until I've got the product here and I can ship it like same day, next day. You know, we get stuff out as quickly as possible. So the minute, I promise you, the minute it comes, what I'll do is there's two ways that I'll notify you. If you press the notify me button on the product that you're after, you will get pinged automatically. Or if you are a subscriber on the website, by just filling in your email address on the bottom, I will be pinging out an email to say stock's here, it's on the website, because I have got plenty, but I've got a feeling from all the feedback I think this collection will be really popular. hopefully have a windfall on my birthday on Thursday. Oh, amazing, Tracy. So it's your birthday this Thursday coming, is it? Brilliant. Oh, hi, Gemma Hines is here as well. Quick apology to her. Her samples haven't arrived yet. They're stuck with a courier. What is going on with the deliveries and the couriers and everything since COVID? It's crazy, isn't it? So hopefully they'll turn up. So I'm not holding any of Gemma's up because they're rubbish. Because they're always amazing. I'm not holding them up because I don't have them yet. Brilliant. Okie dokie. So that explains why the products actually aren't on there. You can go on the website and you can see, and as I show them to you, you'll see the bundles that I've got on the website, and I'll explain that. But it's just showing out of stock at the moment until I've got it. So next thing is, Motorcycle Museum is a venue in Birmingham, just up the road from me. It's right opposite the NEC, actually, if you've ever been to any of the shows there. And it's a really amazing small papercraft show, because it is all papercraft. So yes, it's not as big as these venues like the NEC, but what you have got there is about, I don't know, maybe 40, 50 exhibitors who are exactly what you want. So it's not bulked out with, I don't know, cake stalls or charities, or, you know, I understand these big venues need to fill these stands. So I really love it because it's a good show, and I know I've been going there as a customer for about 25 years plus. So it's just fantastic. There's free parking, there's a lovely cafe there, and it's just a really friendly show, and it's cheap to get in. So I think I'm trying to remember the organiser's name. So it's a guy called Simon, and it's Excalibur Fairs. So they have a Facebook page, they have a website, or you can pay on the door, and it's like £4 or something. But it's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant show. And we have the most amazing, huge, brand new stand right at the front as you come in. So it'd be great to see you guys there if you haven't been there before. A lot of my regulars who used to come to the shop and things like that. I can't wait to see you guys again. There's loads of COVID stuff they're putting in place to try and keep us all safe. And that's going to be on the 27th of November. So it'll be almost 2 years. Pause. Stop it. It'll be almost 2 years since our last show. So I really, really can't wait. Kerry's going to be there with me. Natasha's going to be there with me. And honestly, we've got the most giant. We've got like an 8 by 4, 5 metre stand, something like that. So a really big Claire Manning creative stand. So we're going to have all of our stuff and things like inks, pens, extra bits and pieces, and obviously everything that we do. Tap dancing horse, absolutely. Oh, hi Noel, Louise and Eva, some more of my family. Hi Sandra. Anyone else that I might have missed? So I'm crossing off my list as we go here. We're going to be talking Christmas in a little bit as well. So actually, yes, on the note of shows, I think it's one of the last ones around the country before Christmas, because a lot of exhibitors don't do them during December. So I don't know, there might be 1 or 2 more, but it's definitely one of the last ones, and it's right by the M42. So it's slap bang in the middle of the country. So next thing, just a quick note on, I did a post earlier in the week about how we are doing things to support climate change. So I don't know whether you heard there was this massive big conference, COP 2026 or something. It talked about businesses and how they're going to get to net zero and things like that. So large businesses and what will eventually be small businesses as well will be forced to show how they are becoming net zero and helping the environment. So I thought, well, it's on my mind anyway. I'm conscious of it when we do things like silly things that we already do, like our inserts in our packaging. The cardboard inserts are already non-coated, so they're recyclable. You know, I'm conscious of it when we're sourcing things, that we try and reduce our carbon footprint by using UK suppliers and manufacturers. So I thought, rather than waiting until we as a business are forced to do it, let's just do it now, shall we? And let's get all our packaging, product packaging and mailing packaging, let's get it, as much of it recycled, recyclable, biodegradable, whatever it needs to be. So things like the cello bags that your stamps come in, they're going to be biodegradable. So they're still going to be clear. And all the packaging that I send, so normally use Jiffy bags. Now the paper on the Jiffy bags is already recycled, but obviously the plastic you can't do anything with, and it's a pain to have to separate. So I've sourced some nice pretty boxes for us, all branded up. It's going to take a little bit of a while to transition over, and when I say a while, I don't mean I'm committing to it in 2026. I mean the end of the year. So by January, my aim is to have everything, product packaging or mailing packaging, that I can control. Obviously, if I buy in another product, like an ink, and it's wrapped in cellophane to keep it fresh, I can't really do much about that. But everything that we can control, as in I design and get manufactured and ship out to you, will be as eco-friendly as is humanly possible right now. So one of the worst things I can do, though, is that I've got a load of Jiffy bags in stock. We've got stock in normal cello bags, and I had a bit of a kind of look at what's the best thing eco to do. Do I get rid of that stuff, or do I use it? And apparently the best thing to do is, if you've already got it, it's already been manufactured, use it, because otherwise, if you bin it, it's not even having its one use, and that's worse for the environment than, you know, than binning it in the first place, you know, not using it at all. So anyway, I know it's a bit of a dry subject, but I just wanted to let you know that it's something that we're really conscious of and we're working towards. And there are extra costs for us included in that. I'm going to try and absorb as much of that in terms of shipping as I possibly can. If there is a small increase in shipping, it will be pennies. But I hope you can see that it's something that we all need to do collectively as a planet. So I'm hoping the increased costs of things like boxes rather than Jiffy bags will naturally come down the more and more people use them anyway. So if I can reduce those costs at any time, I will do. So that's going green. Quick reminder for anybody who hasn't been here before: if you use clairemanningcreative.co.uk website, if you're in the UK, you automatically get free shipping over £30, and you earn points on every order, and then you can redeem those towards future purchases. And I've seen lots of you do that already with the points that you saved up, so amazing, and it's great to see that you're utilising that. So on to this week's stuff, really. So I will show you the cake and Pressies. I have another offer for you this week, which is 10% off all cardstock, and you can filter if you go shop all craft, and you can filter the card and paper. I haven't put the discount on yet because I literally just run out of time, but I'll do it as soon as I come off here. And then if you want to stick any of that in your basket with your new release products, you can do that. Last thing before I go on to the release is Christmas. So December, I'm probably not going to do a huge stamp release or anything. I'm going to focus on things that you might like to ask somebody else for Christmas. Crafty things, pens, inks, things like that. Nice, in nice bundles, maybe in nice packaging, that kind of thing. Eco, of course. And we've started doing gift cards. So if you want to ask somebody for a gift card, it's a digital one. They can email you, pay for you to have a gift card, so you can go shopping on the website. And of course, some of the releases that I show you today, if you haven't made any of your Christmas cards yet, because obviously it's late in the year for Christmas releases in terms of stamps and that, a lot of you have already bought them, but I've got you covered if you are a late starter or you're just coming into craft. I've got some things for you if you want to start making your Christmas cards this year. Yeah, and we've got a few extra little Clareman and Creative things coming to that Christmas gifting thing as well. You might have heard me mention last month, I think, about stamping blocks. So we've got some lovely engraved, brand new ergonomic stamping blocks on the way, and a few other little secret bits and pieces that I've got coming too. So they will be in the gifting part, and you'll see that on the website in the menu. So you can filter by the things that I thought might be good for gifts, and now there's a wish list option. So if you hit the little heart, it goes into your wish list, and you can, I was trying to find a way for you to send a link to share that with somebody. You may have to physically show them. I haven't played around with it too much. Joe hasn't started Christmas yet. No, nor me, Joe. So I'm going to be using our new release stuff that's adaptable today. So I think I need a drink in a minute. So let's get on to the new release. So it's called A Cake and Pressies. It's our biggest release yet. You've got 3 A5 stamps, 2 A6 stamps, a huge big stencil, and a die that I can't show you today because I didn't have any samples for it. It's on the way. As soon as the stock is here, I will show you that, but you can see a picture of it on clairemanningcreative.co.uk. So these are really adaptable. The main 2 stamp sets, which are called Eat the Cake and Open My Present First, I think are some of the most adaptable stamps that I've used. And the reason is that you can layer them. There's solid elements, lined elements, patterned elements. You can use inks, you can use colouring. You can use them for Christmas, you can use them for birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, and I'm really, really chuffed with them. So let me show you Open My Present First, which is the first A5. So it looks a bit weird in the packet because it looks like a load of boxes and rectangles, and they're all hand-drawn, so they're a little bit higgledy-piggledy. You've got things like a big balloon on there. You can decorate your gifts with bows and ribbons and string, and you've got patterns, and then you've got the most amazing 2 big sentiments: Open My Present First and a gift for you. But when you start putting it together, and this is what I'm going to be showing you, all the different ways, and I've kind of run out in counting all the different ways. This is a couple of cards from Leanne. This is when it really starts to get fun. It's great for any age. It's adaptable for any colour theme. You can stack up the presents. You can create them as a background. You can use the balloons on their own. I'm whizzing through these, but I did take note of I can't remember who it was that said, when you put them on the website in the inspiration section, can you please tell us who did what? So I'll be working on that later on this week. Now I'm back, just finding some more with the presents. So that one's got present and a balloon coming off it. This one is amazing, and Gemma's wrote me a little note as well on the back. Look at that shaker one with all the presents. Isn't that phenomenal? I hope it's not reflecting too much. Absolutely fantastic. Let me keep going through the pile. I'm trying to remember who did what. Steph's balloons. Great kids card that, yeah? Black and gold for something different. Honestly, these girls... Oh my gosh, I must mention, so Steph and Gemma Reed, which is Gemma 2. You get Gemma and Gemma, you're going to have to figure out how we're going to distinguish you. Gemma Hines and Gemma Reed. So Steph and Gemma Reed joined us for a guest spot in collection number 3, which was last month. Can you believe it's our 4th collection already? And they're staying, so they're going to be design teaming for us, hopefully forever, because they're doing an amazing job. Natasha has done this one with the balloons, and she's done it in multiple colours in a pack that like she's going to sell, which is fantastic. I think, oh, and another one of my favourites from Leanne, where she's done, you know, Queen of Rainbow. She's done a huge stack of presents. So isn't that a core set? Everybody loves presents, right? Kids, adults, and there's always a reason to give a present. So I think it's a really, really versatile set. The next set is the Eat the Cake. So again, you've got a really, really bold sentiment, Eat the Cake, which is great on its own. And then you've got this up to 4-tiered cake with a stand. So you can use the lines to colour with your pens. You can use the solid elements with your embossing or your coloured inks. And then you can start decorating that cake if you want. You've got all these little flowers, leaves, and these tiny cute little candles as well, which are just the cutest stamps I think I've ever seen. And these tiny little ones are going to be amazing when we get those blocks in. So let's have a look. You've got a couple of other sentiments in there as well. You've got Happy Cake Day, Congrats, and Make a Wish. And they are, can you see the font on those is the same scripty font as the overlay words on the Happy Everything and Sending Smiles. Is it Sending Smiles? Sending something. This is what happens now. Oh my gosh, I forgot that one with the balloon slip. Right, so let's have a look at cake ones. Leanne's are just happen to be on the top again. So you can layer up. That cake can be just a Victoria sponge with 2 layers that you'll see on some cards as well in a minute. It could be, sorry, I'm just mixing up here. Oops. I'm coming. It can be 3 tiers. It can be 4 tiers on the stand. It can be a wedding cake, an anniversary cake with all those tumbling flowers, a birthday cake. Look at that from Gemma Reed. She's combined the Hello World floral wreath, a lovely Victoria sponge birthday cake from Kerry. Eat the Cake as a cake. These are just nuts how many ideas the girls have come up with. Beautiful watercolour. You can add your own toppings, like just stamping all those bits, because you've got those like little bits as well in between, like your little jams and stuff. So this can be, these little lines can be like jam and buttercream and things like that, which is really, really cool. I think I've got a couple more. So, no, wrong way up. And then I'm going to show you some more now with the background. So you might have spied in the background of those cards, we've got some amazing new backgrounds for you. If I do miss an odd card, I'm really, really sorry, but every single one is in the inspiration section. You're just going to have to, at the moment, until I figure it out, spend time figuring it out, just scroll right down to the bottom, just do load more, and all the new ones are on the bottom. So that's your 2 kind of main focal point, was the word I was looking for. Let's have a look, see what you're saying. Are there dies? Not at the moment. I'm still not doing coordinating dies at the moment. I will be doing digi-dies for those of you that use cutting machines. Coordinating dies is something I'm planning to do going into next year, just because we've only been, as I say, this is our 4th launch, so we're in our 4th month. I just did it to keep things affordable, to make sure I could get enough stock of the stamps right now. And not everybody wants the dies, and I have to order them in large quantities. But it's definitely something that, Liz, that I'm looking to go forward in. Now things are picking up, and you know, over a period of months, we've got more and more of you crafters joining in. That, you know, it's something I'll be able to do. We have got a couple of little dies, but not coordinating. So the next stamp, no, let's do the stencil next. Let's do the stencil. This is such a fun stencil. So it's a stencil, but it's a shaped one. So I've spent ages creating this and making sure all the circles were in what I thought were the right place. So some of them overlap, some of them sit next to each other. It doesn't sit within its own border, so you can even get like a bubbly shape around the edge as well, and it just looks phenomenal on guy cards, on kids cards. You can emboss, like dry emboss with it, that you'll see somebody's done in the cards as well, and it just looks so much fun when you add. It just screams out for like, add colour to me and put paste and glittery things through me and have fun with it, right? So it goes really well with the cake as well, I think. But it's going to be one of those ones that you reach for in your stash anyway, I think. Let's see. So, yep, you can do bits with it on its own. You can emboss through it to get a subtle look. Just wild colour. Tags. Works great with those present sentiments. Really, really fun. Next. So next we've got a giant background, and it's this kind of sketchy, almost looks like it's been drawn with crayon. And it's a really fun kind of check tartan pattern. You can layer it up. You can use it any which way you want. But the reason I've done it A5, because you'll notice when I show you the other two backgrounds that they're smaller at A6. The reason I wanted you to have this one larger is that I want you to be able to use it on the diagonal as well, whether you layer it or not. And if you're doing a diagonal with a smaller one, I thought you really are going to have to build that up quite a lot and stitch it together. And because there's quite a lot of lines there, I thought that might be a bit difficult. So it's amazing. I know it's a really kind of, it is what it looks like. But then when you start layering different colours together, let me show you this one. You've got in the background there 2 different layers of this shaker card. And they're so, if you've tried my new stamps, like with the photopolymer, they're so solid and big, and they don't stretch out of shape, and they stick lovely back on the sheet and all that kind of thing. So it's going to last you forever. Look how it makes, this is what I mean when you start talking about Christmas cards with these things. So the tartan you can use for Christmas, the presents you can use for Christmas, the next background, which is the handwritten note, you can use for Christmas. How cool would that be? Or distressy. I have got plenty of stock, Joe. The most I've bought so far, so I hope it's enough. Yes, so this one's an A6, but because it's so scripty, it looks like handwritten, but there's not actual words. So you can easily stamp it multiple times and get a bigger background if you want. But there's bits that kind of look like it says love you in it, but it's not saying I love you because it's just squiggles. I would love to say it's my handwriting, but it's not. It's a digital image. But yeah, when you start looking at it in different ways, and it looks so cool in embossing. Right, last one. And then I'll explain about the die. And this one, again, it looks quite simple in the packaging. It's a candy stripe stamp, which makes the most amazing backgrounds as it is. Oh, it can make candles for your little candles. How cool is that? But you can also use that to create a kind of gingham by stamping it vertically and horizontally. So the card that Gemma Reed made with the shaker presents, she did a lilac one in the background, but it was quite subtle. So I thought I'll show you that. I just did that one before we came on air, just to show you. So it's like a 2-in-1. And because it's so easy to just stamp next to each other, you can make it as big as you like. You could do it on the diagonal, because I thought that there's nothing really difficult about lining those big, bold, but they're so sturdy. It's amazing. Horse. Should we do some crafting? Because I feel like I've literally just spent half an hour talking. Just before I do. Steph Gilmore has made these most amazing boxes. Look. Wedding cake box, favours, and the cutest little gift box. Look. Isn't that amazing? Honestly, I know that's taken a while to get through all those, because I really thought every single one was worth showing you. Fantastic. So all those ideas will be there on the website. They'll all be sharing them on social media as well. Feel free to ask them what they did with certain bits and stuff like that. Excuse me a second, I just need to grab my charger because my laptop is flashing that I've only got 10%. It's just over here. Right, I'm back. I'm going to switch to my other camera now and just position it. I have to position it while I'm on with you, because if I put it in the right place when I've got this front facing camera on, this happens. Look, which is not very good when I'm trying to talk to you, is it? So let me switch to that one now and get it all in the correct position. Oh, that's not too bad. I did that quite quick, didn't I? Let's just make sure it's pretty straight. Okie dokie. So let's just have a quick look, make sure I haven't missed anything too important on the comments. While I've been holding up those cards, it's difficult for me to see. Joe says the boxes are amazing. Cake slice. Oh, brilliant, Steph. Thanks for sharing that about the template. So yes, the circular stencil, it's actually called carbonated, a bit like bubbles, and yeah, I think it's going to be super duper popular. I did something similar a long time ago and it sold out almost immediately. So it's a brand new kind of updated one for you. It is different. So what I've done is slightly ahead of time, just because I knew we've got so much to get through today. I've stamped out the kind of first layer on some presents that I want to make. So I'm not necessarily going to make a card with this one. Oh, I don't know, we might do. Let's see. And so I've done the different shaped solid ones, and I've done the balloon and this long one that you can have vertically or horizontally in the line. And then I'm just going to show you how to kind of layer things on, the different looks that you can get and all that kind of thing. So let's have a look at layering on, first of all, these patterns. So I've got little spots that go on the square, and it does fit on exactly as I've drawn it. But you know what? I quite like having things where they don't look exactly right. So if you kind of turn it they're in the packet in the right way. Then sometimes you get where a little bit of colour is popping out the edge, or you get a little bit of white space, and I quite like those kind of purposeful irregularities. And I'm going to just put the line one round this long piece. Just make sure I'm going to do a big restock of stamping tools as well before Christmas. Those are the kind of things people like, aren't they, for presents as well, or new crafters. Or if you need a second one, I find this size is really good for travelling. Not that we're doing too much of that lately. So I'm going to emboss these. So I've got my anti-static, my wow, and what colour shall we use? Let's go for something metallic-y. I know I always use this metallic brass one, but let's go with that, just so we get a really metallic effect. Oops, sorry, my comments weren't right either. Hi Kerry, you okay? Oh, Jane, don't worry about going for the dark. I was hoping, and so far it stayed quiet of fireworks while I'm on, but you will hear how Horse absolutely is terrified of them and he hates them. So if they do start, we'll see how things go, but he barks like a crazy person. But they have started to calm down a little bit now, I think. We haven't had as many last night. So I'm just going in twice just to make sure. Of course, you can. I'm doing this in embossing. You could stamp over in black. You could stamp over in a darker colour shade. Looks really nice too. You can really personalise these presents and make them really fun. I'm using biodegradable wipes. If you haven't seen me use these before, I do need to go back into using cloths because they are better, but these are from B&M, biodegradable ones, so at least they're a bit better. I just find when I'm doing demonstrations, the quickness is really helpful. Right, just get some paper. Hi Sue, how are you? Yeah, in the gifting section there's things like heat tools. I'm going to put together kind of packs of rainbow inks and useful embossing things and stuff like that. So I just thought it's easy as well when you tell people. I know Dean, if I used to say, can I have this for Christmas, can I have that for Christmas, craft wise, he'd be like, what? I don't even know what that is, let alone where to get that from. So it's helpful, isn't it, if you can point them in the right direction. So how cute are they starting to look? We've got stripes, they're really fine stripes, but your colour does pop through the spots, and then just an outline. I could leave it like that, but I'm going to layer on another lot, and then we'll come on to these ones in a bit. So the next lot from the set I'm going to layer up is, you've got these couple of cross ones here. So that cross is like a ribbon, like you've wrapped it round for the square. If you didn't want to use the spots, you can use that. And this one is for this rectangular one here. So let's pop that on there. And then I'm going to use one of the ribbons. I'm going to use this one that looks like a little string. This is also perfect for the bottom of your balloon. And you've got a string, a long string for your balloon as well. So it's all been thought through so you can have fun building it up together. But you can imagine if you've got your Christmas theme, say your wrapping paper is reds and greens or golds and silvers or whatever, whatever it is your colour theme is for your wrapping this year, you can really coordinate these. Question, and do I have the clear glitter pens? Do you mean like the Wink of Stella ones where they're like a brush and then they put over glitter? If you mean those, then no, not right now, but I've got an order with a supplier going in for those, so I should have them by December, if not before. You're so right, Joe. Nobody in my family understands either. So just wipe those off. So I've put the little bow and the cross. Oh, I've gone a bit hot, just putting the sleeves up. Just having the heating on, isn't it? So that cross fits perfectly, and the, oh, I think I put my ribbon on backwards. I've put it on sideways, but hey, nobody's going to know, are they? You get the idea. What I love doing with these is making loads and loads of little presents and then kind of stacking them all up on a card, making a whole pile. Personally, I don't think there's anything more exciting than waking up on Christmas Day and you've got the biggest pile of presents, right? So these ones I'm going to use my pens with instead, just to show you how you can do your standard colouring. So I'm going to try and coordinate the colours if I can. I've got these kind of pinks, greens, purples. Let's see what we can do with that lot. I always forget my water, don't I? I'm just going to grab some water. Right, so let's see how realistic of a balloon. I thought if we do it with the kind of watercolour Kuretake pens, I thought it might be let's see how we can do it. So I'm going to put on, this is light violet. Horse, you're driving me crazy. I hope I've used the right cardstock here. Don't think I paid attention too much. Not by the looks of it. I haven't used the one that blends very well. That's good. Never mind. Tell you what then, let's go fairly light with this one and we can add some dark. If it's really not going to play on this cardstock. No, it's really not. Let's get some watercolour cardstock. So actually, that was something I was going to show you anyway. Horse, please. So I'm going to come back to those line ones in a minute. Let's chop these out because, and while I'm cutting this, I can explain to you that we've got some brand new watercolor cardstock, which is great with your pens or your paints on the website. Obviously not what I'm using. I'll get it out in a second and show you. And it's pure white, and it's not mega textured. Well, not all watercolor cardstock, but some is more textured than others. You can get a really smooth one, but I actually kind of like a little bit of texture, but I also like it being pure white. So I'll show you, and it's the Creative Expressions one, and it'll be part of the 10% off the cardstock as well. Of course, that's it, I'm knitting it. Yeah, his tap dancing shoes need to come off, don't they? I think his nails have got worse as well since he went to in boarding for while we were on holiday. So he goes, it's actually back to where the rescue home, they also have boarding kennels. So he feels like he goes on a holiday and he knows all the staff and everything from when he was there, when he was found. So he gets really excited. But because he's not out, when they take him for walks, it's all on a field, so his claws don't kind of wear down as much, and he always comes back with really long nails. So those are the 3 embossed ones, which look super cute, don't they? Let's go back to the watercolour cardstock then, so we can get that right and get the colouring right on it. Just goes to show, doesn't it, by using, I didn't pay attention to which card stock I was using to stamp those, and then it was obviously the wrong one. So this is the watercolour cardstock. So when I mean bright white, it is bright white, and it's just got a little bit of grain to it, not too much. You're so right, Gemma. He's a Norse. I love him to death. But trust me, when you live with him, it's a whole different story. So what's everyone else been up to anyway the last couple of weeks while I haven't been around? Tell me. Have you been doing anything exciting? Just going in with my black VersaFine. I think he's settled down now. Hi, Simply Angelic. Do you have a name as well? I feel rude calling you that. Please forgive me if I should know it and I can't remember. I'm terrible with names in my old age. So let's do, now we've got that on the right cardstock, let's go back to what we were doing with the balloon. So yeah, I really wanted that purple balloon. We've got a darker one as well. We'll start with a darker one on this side, I think. Did somebody say am I doing smaller packs? Yes, I will be. So I'll put them in the gifting bit and the pen section. So you've got a darker and a lighter already. That starts to. And I always think when the things are spherical, you don't get light and dark over here. You kind of get it more in the middle. So if I leave a white bit over to the side there, I'm hoping that will give me that kind of balloony kind of shape then when I blend it. Oh, that's a much better blend look on that watercolour card. And leave some completely pure white, so that's a much nicer look, isn't it? and I think that will go really nicely then with those kind of colours. Oh, so many people have had this super cold, haven't they, Jo? Hope you're feeling better. Oh, hi, Ali. You okay? Of course it's Ali. I apologise. So I'm going green for the bow that's going to sit on top of one of my other presents, I think. Again, just a little blend. You barely have to touch it with this water on this beautiful watercolour card, and it just, you get that lovely, as if you've properly sat there and painted it. And then let's do we need a little bit of darker pink? This is a great technique as well. I know you've seen me do it a million times before, but this works really well with the cake outline ones. If you don't want to stamp the solid, doing the cake with this kind of pen or paints. Let me try and find the one I'm thinking of. I think. Yeah. So she's done this kind of, oh, forgot which camera I was on then. You can see she's used it darker over that side and lighter over that side. So you can do a very similar thing here. She'll be spending more time than I am to get this right. But you'll see then just adding the water and blending it through. That's going to give you that look for your presents or for your cake if you want that kind of ombre shaded watercolour look. Okay, so let me cut out those bits. Oh, I need to stamp the string on my balloon first. I don't reckon we're going to have enough time today to do the cake stamp set demonstration that I had planned as well. I think we'll finish the present one, and I'll do a background as well in a minute, but I think we'll still run over 7 o'clock then. So I will do the cake one tomorrow, record it and then pop it on YouTube for you. So you have at least one video of each. I'm really into these kind of stamp sets at the moment where we can build up and really personalise them and just have fun, not just colouring, not just flowers, but lots of different things as well. So I'm just going to quickly run round. And then we'll do a quick background and decide which elements. I could put all of these on one. We'll have a look. But I wanted to show you each different kind of present shape and each different element of the stamp set. I think we've used every bit. Maybe we didn't use the square, maybe the square cross, the ribbon cross, but everything else I think we've used. And we'll do a sentiment as well in a moment. So I've done my big bow separate. Of course, you could mask it off and just stamp it straight on top of your present as well if you wanted. But I thought I'll cut it out and layer it up. And these are smaller elements, but they're not too fiddly and they're still a good size for a focal point on your cards. So they're not too teeny weeny. Uh-oh. Start barking now. Oh, good boy. Should just run over to the window, but not. I hope he doesn't start barking so I can finish. I think I better hurry up. Okay, so got all my little elements there, presents, balloons, ribbons. So let's get a background done and a sentiment done. I'm really sorry if I'm speeding through, but I'm just conscious that he will start going crazy. So I'm going to use the check background. That one open somewhere. Sorry. A well-loved one already. And this is what I mean, they are so sticky, but in a good way, like you can still get them off. But look how firm they are. Like you could use that on its own, stick it on you. I know Gemma Hines does this a lot, and she really kind of uses her stamps in different ways, not necessarily on tools. She uses them on her surface, on her hands. She does all sorts of different things with it, which is absolutely amazing. Hi Nola, you okay? Sorry, didn't see you come in. So you could do part of this check, you could do a whole bit. I only need enough for a 5x7, so I don't know. We'll see how this comes out. Oh, it's just in the middle because of those. Let's move those magnets. Should have left my piece of card a bit bigger. So you can see the pattern there already, which is gorgeous. I'm going to make that quite subtle, I think. So I don't think I'm going to do that in the brass. I don't want to take the focal point too much away from the presents. So let's try it with clear gloss. On one side. Bye, Steph. Yes, Steph's at uni, so she's sneaking in from her lectures, I think. Got a little bit of excess there. I didn't use my pad thing, did I? Never mind, that will get covered up with our presents probably in the middle anyway. Ooh, that's a really nice classy look, isn't it? The clear on the navy. So yeah, check out the cardstocks, because as well as the watercolour, I've got some really nice colours just come in. So some navies, it's like a petrol blue, some really nice pinks. But the pinks aren't even garish. They're really, really like, I'll tell you what they'd go lovely with, the flamingos. So I'm going to do my sentiment on black, and then I'm going to put everything together. You're so right, Joe. I could watch it forever, could you? What am I going to do? Oh, sentiment. So we've got to do, let's do open my present first, because that's something I would say so much like to my mum at Christmas as anybody else. And you get so excited, like you spent your pocket money on something really cute for your mum or your dad or something. And I'll be like, open mine, open mine. And I used to get really, really excited. I love big, bold sentiments at the moment. Easy to read, nice, clean, scripty fonts that go with them, but then nice, clean ones for things that you want to make a real impact. So I'm going back to that brass one now so I can tie it in with the presents. So already that looks cute. If there's any powders that are out of stock at the moment, don't worry, I'll be doing a big restock now we're back of those as well. Yes, Jo, that's one of my favourite things about Christmas is seeing people's reactions to, you know, when I really, really spend time trying to find something that somebody would really like, and to see their face, brilliant. Ooh, I like that black, the brass on the black. That is lovely. Right then, let's get a card together, because it's taken us an hour. Well, it's not an hour for making a card, is it? We've been chatting and I've been showing you everything. So I've got a 5x7 card blank. So I need to trim down this background and this sentiment first of all. So as you've seen before, I mark on my trimmer. So when I know that I want something to be 5x7 and fit perfectly, I put little marks. I go slightly over when I do the edges, because I know that I need it to be, the pattern to be as centralised as possible. So that goes on there absolutely perfectly now. So it's worth measuring those things once, because it saves you so much time, either when you're bulk making or, well, just any card really. How many times have you measured it wrong, or oh, it's not right on that side, and then you keep going. Yes, or Chris, tags would be amazing, wouldn't they, with that? Just that on would be brilliant. So let's start to put together. So I need that, some little pads. Tell you what, foam pads is something I'm really struggling with to find a eco-friendly alternative for. I know in terms of just building it up on your card in terms of your backgrounds, I'm considering just using multiple pieces of card rather than lots of foam pads behind. I know Kerry is somebody who does that already quite a lot, and it makes your cards actually really sturdy if you're not putting anything too heavy elsewhere, because it does obviously add to the weight. But my aim for by the end of 2022 is that if you want to, I want you to be able to make a card with glittery bits and other things, but you can completely recycle it. There's ways that I think you can do that now with like picking off sequins and things like that. Looking at biodegradable glitter and all those kind of things, but you know that you can't recycle even a lot of wrapping papers, can you, these days? So I really want to look at ways to do that, because I think it's so important for people right now. I think they're really looking at ways that we can make a positive change. So let me think about now how I'm going to lay these out. So definitely want to put my sentiment there. So she says all that and then uses her foam pads because I haven't got the solution yet, but we'll find it. Cereal packing, brilliant, yeah. I know these double-sided tapes, a lot of them now you can get eco, so I don't know whether this one is particularly is. Certainly wasn't marketed as that, so see if we can get hold of those things. So I want that bow to go on that one. So let's glue that on. So, kind of want, I don't know whether the balloon's really doing it for me there. I don't know. I'm going to leave that one for this card, and then I'm going to have that balloon come out of one of those, I think. Oh, decisions, decisions. Yeah, how about that? Do you think that looks all right? Yeah? Nearly there, aren't we? And of course you could embellish even more with some of our lovely no-hole sequins if you want. I was thinking about maybe doing a mixed pack of those in a nice box or something for Christmas as well, maybe some different colours. Fancy some golds and silvers, how about you? Nola, I've done that before, and I tell you what, I've never had such good feedback from my wrapping as the year I did that with the craft brown paper. I actually used a white stamp pad, ink pad, and it takes a while to dry, so I had like the whole table filled because obviously white ink pads tend to be pigment, don't they? And then I used string, I used like real pine cones and things like that, and leaves that I cut out from my scan and cut. And it was really, really fun to do, and everybody really, really loved it. And the presents look fantastic under my tree. So yeah, I can't wait to see yours. Please take some photos. Right then, guys, finished card. Is that all right? Let me pop back to the other camera, and we'll just confirm a few things before I go. We've got a finished card, yeah! Who's already put the tree up? You put one tree up, Natasha, today? I want to put mine up. Dean, am I allowed to put the tree up? Oh my gosh, we can't. We need a new one. Ours broke last year. So I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, I will record another demonstration for you, so you've got a video of using the cake in a few different ways, and I'll put that up tomorrow. And I will promise you, I will let you know as soon as the stock arrives. It could be tomorrow, it could be Wednesday, it could be Thursday, but I know it's like imminent, it's on the way. So if you do want to know and be notified as soon as it arrives, click either the notify me button on the particular bundle you want, and you'll notice I didn't mention earlier there's two bundles, one with 15% if you buy everything. I think there's seven, 8 items, I don't know. You'll see it says cake and Pressies full bundle, and then there's a separate one where I've kind of done the things that I think would work for Christmas cards if you haven't made your Christmas cards yet, or you want to gift those to somebody or something like that. So there's a Christmas bundle on there as well, and then obviously, of course, everything individually, but free delivery over £30 in the UK, points on everything. Shop as you like. So I will be back with you next Monday for another demo. No release next Monday. Should we play around and do some more stuff with this? Maybe some more different ideas. I'll tell you what, I will make some Christmas cards with these, because that's like a birthday card, isn't it? So I will start my Christmas cards and you'll be able to see what I do with them. So I hope that'll be useful for you. Have a lovely, lovely evening. Have fun. Stay safe and stay warm, because it is cold and dark out there. So see you next week, horse. Bye.